Hey guys, Zach King here with another Final Cut Pro tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over layered video. This is when you have one video here, and I guess we'll just get started here. I'll drag this video, another clip I have, over on top of it of another silhouette dancing. Now, I can't see the other video because I laid this track on top. And what you can do is come up here, and you want to make sure this box is checked here with the image plus wireframe. If you just do image, you're not going to be able to do what we're going to do. So make sure it's image plus wireframe. And when you do that, you see this X comes across. And if you come up here to the corner, you get a little cursor. You also get a rotation tool. And here, let me change the size here. If you go to about 50%, you can see the edges if they were off the page for you. So I'm going to go back to 100 though. What I'm going to do is just take this cursor and scale it down. And you can see I actually did a different effect here, so it's going to be keying out the middle as well. But that's okay. This is just a tutorial here for the effect of layered video. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start it down here in this corner. And if I played through, I actually rendered it. You know what, it's fine. Anyways, if I played through, it would just dance along. They happen to be synced up here, so this is a neat effect you could do for a music video or something. It looks cool. I also like how this is being keyed out at the same time, so you can see what's here. It's a different kind of effect. And you can also keyframe this as well. We talked about that in an earlier tutorial, and this is where you could use that keyframing where it's bouncing off the walls and doing some neat effects with that. But say you wanted to start in the beginning and you wanted this frame to get bigger, to end up like this or something. That's pretty simple to do. All you have to do is keyframe it. So I'm going to grab this whatever layer I want to keyframe and come up to the keyframe button like I showed you guys last time. It's this button right here, and hit it, drag it wherever you want it to end. I'm going to have it come up to this corner, and you know you're keyframing correctly when this line comes up. If that line doesn't come up, that means you probably didn't do a couple things. One is you didn't have the track selected, or the other one is that you were moving the wrong part. So if I came up here, here's something I used to do wrong all the time, was coming up to my motion tab, and I would click, and these are your keyframes up here if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit over here. So you see all the keyframes. If you simply click this one while you're moving the position and not changing the scale, it's not going to do anything. So and same with rotation. If you're moving the scale but not rotating, or the center one would work. You see we have a keyframe added here, and this one though, if you move the anchor point, we didn't do anything. So you can see the master keyframe button down here, which kind of does all of them. You can see which ones were used up here, and we only use center, so we only move the center. But if I move the rotation, you see there's a point was just added right here for scale because we moved the scale. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go on. So I have it moving up here in about 3-4 seconds, and then right here I want it to get bigger. I want it to take up the whole screen, so I'll drag it the entire screen. I think it would be cool if it was kind of outlining but not quite. So right there. So I'm going to scrub through. I don't want to render this. It's coming through, coming up, and then it grows bigger right there, and then you get this dancing with the silhouette. So there's that effect. You can use that in music videos, whatever. The idea of layered videos is pretty neat. Oh, one other thing I guess I could show you. I'm going to do this again without keyframes. Say we want to do the phone call effect, where the famous, where you have two different screens here. This can also be done with layered video. It's almost like the clone effect that I showed you guys earlier. if you select you can start with any clip. I'm going to start with the top here and come to your motion, crop, and first of all, I'm going to drag it to where I want it. I want this guy to be over here. This is kind of a bad example because this is being keyed out, but you'll get the idea. So we want the middle to be here, and we want the right off. So I'm going to chop the right off here with this crop slider. And now I'm going to take the orange and crop that as well, but on the left, and meet somewhere in the center. You could leave a gap here and have that black space, which a lot of shows do. But yeah, actually, I'm going to keep it that way, yeah. But first of all, I forgot to move him over because I need him to be seen. So I'm going to actually uncrop that a little bit, as you can see right there, and move this up a little. That's another effect I guess you could do even in a music video. That looks pretty cool. They're dancing in sync right there, different colors. So neat effects. Practice with this the cool layered video, and that's the end of that tutorial. I'll see you guys later.